Okay, let me know if it's working now. I just did something that might have been a bit risky, but let me know if it's working now. Okay, let me know if it... There we go. Okay. Finally, it is working again. I have no idea what was going on with that. What the freak happened? Okay. Um... So, apologies for all of that, guys. I was recording stuff earlier, and everything was working fine. I don't know what happened. So, basically, we have a Bramblin outbreak here, and I want to get this. So, for those of you who basically tuned in before this, we had several minutes of the audio just deciding I'm not going to work. So, we had to go do some stuff. But now it's working. Everything is fine. We got a love ball. That was one of the stream entries of all time. You guys better clip and share that out with how stupid that was. But yes, so we have a Bramblin outbreak. We're going to be shiny hunting Bramblin, which in my opinion is one of the most infuriating shinies to get. So, let's just get this thing. Cucumber, pickle, red onion. Now, I know I checked this sooner. What were you bidding on? Love Ball. Love Ball is what we were bidding on. Bramblin. I know I checked this before stream started, but I just want to, like, triple, double, quadruple, quintuple check that this thing does not get, like, a self-inflicting KO move. Because it would suck royally if I find the frickin' shiny and it just self-inflict KOs itself. There we go. Red onions, the pickles. You forgot the pickles. I just don't know what was going on with that thing and why it was freaking out. I test all of my audio setups before it started working. The only thing that I can possibly think of for why it didn't work is if my streaming and recording setups are set to be different. Okay, it gets curse, but it only gets curse at level 45, and I don't think it will be level 45 by this point. So we should be good. There we go. We got our ghost sandwich rockin' and rollin'. Let's get hunting. Okay, yeah, I did something very risky to get the audio working again, and that was I switched over to my recording window setup. The reason why this is risky is historically when I've done that while either live or recording, it has literally crashed the entire thing of OBS. So that was a massive risky plays. So now we are looking for Bramblin. Good thing is I know what shiny Bramblin looks like. The branches on the top are white. So it should stand out pretty freaking heavily. And I would ideally like to get this thing soon. Picnic. Hey Zed, how you doing? Can someone please go grab Zed's link? But how are you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing good. Yeah. Shiny Bramblin is very, 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 very distinct. Not really. OBS is actually very good. Streamlabs OBS is a little janky, but the reason why it can cause it to crash kind of comes down to you are forcing the stream window to change, which means you are forcing the entire program to basically shift over to something it's kind of not meant to be. And that, it basically causes the entire system to like work massive mega overtime while it's already working pretty aggressively overtime to just make the stream go live. So it actually does make sense. Ah, okay, understandable, Zeddy boy. Understandable, Zeddy boy. But yeah, we are now shiny hunting Bramblin. I have a feeling that this is going to be an annoying hunt, because we are looking, because the annoying part is that Bramblin, like the tip of the Bramblin branches, can appear white from far away. However, one thing I do remember is apparently shinies do not blow away in the wind, as well as Bramblin's branches, like the roots, those are green when the shiny is shiny. So it should be a relatively easy identification. So it should be a relatively easy one to spot. Yeah. Good. You already have shiny Bramblins, Ed? Nice. Very nice. But yeah, I've been dreading this hunt, and I was very, very glad that I got a Bramblin outbreak today. Because it's just, I don't know. It's just some special kind of hell when it comes to these freaking things. Like, I mean, we got the Tadpole. So, like, we got one of the annoying hunts. We got one of them done. And now we're doing one of the other annoying hunts. Yeah, this isn't Tadpole. I mean, actually, Tadpole, Zorua. We're just doing all the hard hunts, like, basically this week. But yeah, the good thing is that the roots are green. Yeah, the upper part of the branch. Yes. Yeah, the upper part of the branches are white, and the root things are very green. I don't think these things are level 45 yet, so they won't have... yeah, they're 25. They don't have Curse yet. So there's no chance of them self-inflicting a KO. You're basically just going to be picnicking. I've already done my KOs, so we're good on that front. And again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're doing a hard hunt today, so we are going to need all of your support when it comes to keeping as little bit of my sanity as we can. So go sandwiches up. Bramblin is doing Bramblin things. And we just do a little shiny hunting. The reason we're not going to be hatching the Greninja eggs during the course of this is... Why is that one just, like, standing there? I'm pretty sure maybe that's Hoppip that I'm thinking of. Where the shinies don't blow away in the wind. And it probably actually is Hoppip now if I think about it. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Yeah, Tadpole wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Aside from the fact we had to do it on 2 separate days. The Zorua was actually relatively painless. It was like, it only took us 4 sandwiches to get that, and we got one of them in the first sandwich. So it was far from a bad day. It was far from a bad saga of hunts. But yeah, we are definitely... I don't think we're going to get the shiny at least in the first sandwich. You know, I have a very bad feeling that it's going to take... like, more than a couple sandwiches to get the shiny. But I was like, one thing we can kind of do is just sit almost by this, like, the wall, wait for them to get caught, and then inspect them. Because we're really looking like for the green roots. Well, the green roots and like the white tips of the branches. But mostly I think it's going to be the branches, not the roots. That is going to be the identifier. Because it's just simply larger to see the white branches. Picnic. But yeah, we got Zorua, we got Tabob. I think we can get this one. I was honestly kind of surprised how relatively painless the Zorua was. Yes, Sparkling Power Ghost. Yeah, good. Now that the Sandstorm is gone, we don't need to worry about that. They'll just, like, lazily roll now. Wait, is that? No. Again, it can throw you off. Because, like, there are so many times where the tips of the branches appear white, even if they're not. So it can throw you off a little bit. But yeah, I have a feeling that this is going to be the hardest of our shiny hunts. Just because of the way in which the BRAMBLIN family does things. You know, watch me say that. And then the game immediately wants to prove me wrong. By giving it to us quickly. Because, I mean, I wouldn't mind being proven wrong in this case game. Otherwise, you're just going to prove me right. So, what are you going to do, game? You going to prove me right, or are you going to prove me wrong? That's not shiny, is it? No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not shiny. Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't shiny. I'm so glad it's a BRAMBLIN outbreak, not a BRAMBLEGHAST. Because BRAMBLEGHAST would suck, because I need to hunt the BRAMBLIN anyway. That's the reason why I think it is ideal to shiny hunt the base forms. I have no idea. I just always call it Zorua. I've always called it Zorua, and I don't know. Whether I'm pronouncing it correctly or incorrectly, I have no idea. Because I don't use that, like, Pokedex app that they use to pronounce things right. Because, yes, there's actually an app that is, like, specifically to how to say the Pokemon's names on your phone. Which I find very, very funny. Nope. But yes, so we're what? How long into the stream? We're 20 minutes in. I think we've only been running for maybe like 7 minutes. Yeah, we've been running for 10 minutes. So we got about 10. Wait, that's shiny. No. Again, the tips of the branches. They can appear green, even they can appear white even when they aren't, and it massively throws you off. And I detest this thing. Yeah, it looks like it's the thing, but it's not the shiny. Okay. No, again, it has to be the Sandstorm. We have to get the Sandstorm. Alright. I don't think the shinies can get carried away by the Sandstorm. Again, I could be getting that confused with the Hoppip family, where the wind cannot carry away the shinies, sort of as a safeguard for, like, not losing one. But I don't think I think it might be just for them. Alright, let's, God, this is so tricky. It's such a... It isn't really a hard hunt, and just, again, it's the usual just walking back and forth between things. It's just the tricky part of just spotting them. Like, they don't want to spawn around here, it seems. There we go. Now they're spawning in over here. Okay. The good thing is that we aren't, like, maximum odds. So... No, it's not shiny. So, like, we have the best odds of the hunt. This is the best it could possibly be. And we just gotta RNG it. We got a random number generator. This stupid frickin' thing of weeds. This tumbleweed. I'm kind of surprised we actually got a tumbleweed Pokemon, because it's a fairly... I wouldn't say obscure plant, but it's a fairly weird concept to kind of build a Pokemon around. And making it a ghost, I think, makes perfect sense about why, like, the eyes can, like, still keep moving. Why the eyes are, like, in the middle and always, like, face forward, even though the body is completely rotating the whole time. I find it interesting and amusing. Though, the Pokemon shiny hunting it itself is infuriating beyond compare. Yeah, this... So, Zed, how did you get your shiny Bramblin, if you don't mind my asking? Did you Masuda it? Because Bramblin was on my list of Masuda targets. I had a list of about 40 Pokemon that I said, I'm going to Masuda hunt these, because they're just annoying to hunt in the overworld. Bramblin was on it. The Dynamo family was on it. There's actually quite a few Pokemon we've gotten shinies of that were on that list. Which it's definitely helped make that dent in that Masuda hunt list. But the other thing, there also are a number of them which we can only get via Masuda method. So that list is not always going to be shrinking better. It's going to be growing by 3 every time we get a new Terra 7 raid boss, which we're going to be getting Decidueye later this week. And I still have that counter video to make for it, which is going to be going out probably tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but probably like Thursday or Friday the video is going to go out. So I'll be working on it tonight. I'll be working on it tomorrow, probably finishing it tomorrow. And that's kind of the super awkward thing, is I'm preparing for the battle against Timmy B for the Elite Battle League. I am scripting out the Decidueye raid counters, and I'm also streaming. Like, I don't have nearly as much time as well as I'm also playing Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe. So it's kind of like all the stuff is going on simultaneously. Maybe it is in a week. Can you check the date for that, then, Jared? Just to make sure, because if the Decidueye raids are not this Friday, not this Thursday, then that would be a huge load off my my sanity. No, you're not shiny. The good thing that the sand has kind of calmed down. Yeah, so the sand has finally calmed down. We just do a little bit of wandering. Come on, shiny Bramblin. Will you please appear? But yeah, the good thing is, I was kind of up last night with, like, vague amounts of anxiety over the Timmy B fight. And I've slightly started to figure out a plan. It's like the vaguest 12% of a plan I've started to figure out, which is good. Because I had 0 of a plan yesterday. Like, my plan yesterday was basically, it started and end with, find a way to win. Could have sworn it was 17th. Okay, I guess I can actually go check my my DMs with Timmy, because I remember I linked it to him. Actually, I should go check the thing with Al. Let's see. Deals being added. I can go check that. I'll actually check it right now. Decidueye. Okay. They don't run March 17th through the 19th. Repeat. Okay, so yes. Really? It's repeating a week later, not 2 weeks later for the first time. Interesting. So you are right. It is later. Okay, good. We're not going to be doing ranked battles right now. We're shiny hunting right now. That dude. We will be doing ranked battles at a later date. Yeah, okay, so it is that date, which is good. So I can focus on the Timmy B fight rather than that right now. No, that's not the shiny. God, this Bramblin Hind. We've got the Paradox Legend on the 12, so it makes sense to a degree. Yeah, you are right on that. I kind of almost expected they'd be running, like, in tandem. But, I mean, I guess it does make sense that they wouldn't run them simultaneously. Because, yeah, they did have to cram in the... It's only a 1 week gap between the 2 raids now, which is interesting. I'm wondering... I think the entire reason they did that is because, like, the filler Pikachu raids, then they have the Walking Wake ones, and then you kind of get back up to schedule. And it's going to be interesting. But yeah, I've already worked on a good counter guide, as in like a bit of a script for it. Because I already have the options all like bullet listed out, like these are the best things to use against the Decidueye raids, and this is why. And I've even taken into consideration the kind of BS jank they pulled with Pikachu, where it came to, okay, it starts off health with a full shield. And, you know, basically, I think going forward with the raid counter guides, I'm going to do a worst case scenario guide, and then later on in the video, I'm going to say, okay, this is like, if we do not get, it starts off with all this BS going first. These are the other options. So essentially divide the thing into your safe options, as in things that work in basically every single circumstance. And then if the safe option BS doesn't happen, these are your better options. And I don't think that they're going to do what they did with the Pikachu raids for future ones. Mostly because likely they did that with Pikachu because Pikachu stats are just so low to begin with. Hey, Pixel, how you doing? I mean, the other part is that, yeah, if you just skill swap away Lightning Rod, you punch it with Iron Hands, it dies. You know, they probably did that because they needed to bulk up the thing somehow. Because otherwise Pikachu would just get completely just obliterated. But how you doing, Pixel? Hope you're doing good. Speaking of, I should probably update to catch those. You should! Yeah, because if you don't update your game, like you're still on version 1.1 and you try to catch them, you will not even be able to fight them. It will start you off with a raid against a bad egg, and then it will immediately auto-catch it. And then you will not be able to get rid of the bad egg. And not only will you be unable to get rid of the bad egg, but it will prevent you from catching Walking Wake and Iron Leaves, even after you correctly update the game. So you're just completely screwed over. Yeah, I have a feeling when it comes to when the DLC comes out, we're going to be able to catch Walking Wake and Iron Leaves in the wild. Because it feels very much like what they did with Galarian Slowpoke, where, oh yeah, here's like a free Pokemon of a new thing for the DLC area. You know, here's a teaser of something to come. So, Pokemon within Tatsugiri has Storm Drain, should you have a Water type? So, if Pokemon, for example, Tatsugiri has Storm Drain, you have a Water type? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean about like with the Tatsugiri thing. Like, do you mean that you use a Water type? Or that you use a Water type against it? I'm not really sure I follow. Oh, yeah. Does those paradoxes go away? So, yeah, I recommend you get them. They're not very difficult to beat, which is a large part of the reason I actually didn't end up making a counter guide for them. I mean, well, the other part of it was by the time we actually got the stats on them, it had been a good while, and it just didn't really feel like a purpose to do them because they're only level 5s. They're not level 7s, so it was fairly easy to beat the level 5s. They're a little annoying, but once like you learn the mechanics, they're pretty easy. Yeah, no, you don't use a water move on the Tatsugiri. It is immune to water-type attacks, and it just gets stronger by hitting them. That's the reason why the Pikachu was a little annoying, because of Lightning Rod. Because you couldn't remove Lightning Rod. That's why I feel they did the full HP shield on Pikachu, was that if they didn't do the full HP shield, you just skill swap away Lightning Rod, or you'd suppress Lightning Rod in some way, hit it with Iron Hands, so it couldn't absorb it, and then it would just get destroyed. That's also probably why they gave it the Light Ball. Which, you know, jacks up its attack power into just freaking insanity. Not exactly. In doubles, if you're using Storm Drain, it will draw your own water-type moves. So, like, if you use, say, you know, Hydro Pump, your ally's Hydro Pump will get drawn into Storm Drain and make it so like you don't use Hydro Pump that turn. If you're gonna have an ally with a water-type move next to a Tatsugiri that has Storm Drain, you're going to want it to be like a spread damage water move, something like Surf or Muddy Water. But Muddy Water does not activate Storm Drain, so you'd ideally want something like Surf. You did not mention that you saw it with Clodsire. I don't doubt it's possible. But very nice. Nice pixel. Shiny Oshawott. Delightful. And again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like if you haven't done so already. BRAMBLIN is being a shoe. How much long we got? 7 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, it draws your... Lightning Rod is the same way. It will draw over your own. It does not do that in Terra Raids, though. So, if you have a Pokemon with a Storm Drain on your team, you can still use water moves completely unimpeded. They probably learned after all the stupidity that happened with Dynamax Adventures and NPCs picking up things that have Storm Drain or have Lightning Rod, and you can't use them against Pokemon that are weak to those typings. They probably realized that we maybe need to change this because it is just making the raids impossible to do. But yeah, that's why they pretty much have all of the Terra raids essentially be coded as 4 separate single battles. This whole getting all the Asui and shiny Pokemon is going to be better than... Yeah, it'll probably be a lot easier than you think. Legends is not a hard game to get shinies in. Which is one of the reasons I was debating doing a lot of, like, the polishing off of the decks in Legends and just not hunting a number of the Pokemon that need to get that I have for the evolutions in until, like, that thing comes out. But I also decided, well, I know I can just hunt them later and just, like, not need to play Legends. Because I don't really enjoy Legends all that much. I prefer the more mainline games. Yeah. Humberto and I have had very, very, very heated discussions, I will say, on Legends. That is all I will say. We have had very, very heated discussions. We both agree with one another's, comments on the game, I will say. Like, it's not like us arguing, it's like we do agree with, like, points the other has, like, very, very heavily. You can't even freaking see them in the sand. That's probably not the shiny. It looked a little whiter, but it's not. It's just the paleness of the branches. I hate that. I don't like that it looks so similar. Level Azumarill, such as Berry Mousehold, Scarf, Salamence, Red Card King Gambit, Scope Lens, Tatsugiri, Storm Drain, and then Focus Sash, Gengar. It depends on what the moves are. The move, just knowing the items and stuff, I also need, like the stats and things. Just looking at that right there, it doesn't really help me. Yeah, it would probably be best to send it all in a Pokepaste, and then just DM me that. So I can look at it after the stream. Because, like, I have mentioned before, I can't really answer competitive questions when I'm shiny hunting. There we go. Okay, where is this freaking... I hate this thing. Yeah, again, this is the reason why it was on the Masuda list. But we have an outbreak, so I'm thinking we just get it today. Even if we can only get one of them today, I would still say that is very, very good progress. It's like the thing with the Aracuda. Getting at least one of them off the table first is just ideal. Like, even if we can't get it, getting at least one of them is good. 3 minutes left. Okay, that's fine. 3 minutes left. After that, we can go check the... Well, then, no, then again, it does save the time of day when you reset. So we need to go check after we reset. Come on, give me the thing, sparklies. Where is the freaking sparkles? Yeah, it definitely took a while to get this thing all going. Meta, I said something cool. What is it? Is it a shiny something, Mudkip? What? Oh, the rental code? Sure. Yeah, you can just send like the rental code and I can give it a look later. Alright, where is... Not seeing... Shiny BRAMBLIN. Oh, nice! Shiny Mark Zotawa. Very nice, Mudkip. Yeah, we did not get one. But I don't really mind not getting a shiny marked one. Let's see. This is not going to be shiny. It's not shiny! Screw you, BRAMBLIN. I hate this. I hate this thing. I honestly wonder how long this hunt will actually take, all things considered. Alright, so one sandwich down, no shiny. And I'm pretty sure the sandwich is going to end... Yeah, I was going to say probably less than a minute, and it was going to be 40 seconds left. There's Cyndaquil, the final Hisuian. I don't know what mark it is yet. The way that you find out what mark it is you have to put the Pokemon in your party and then go over to it. You can't find out what the mark is just in the PC. It's really, really dumb. Not seeing shiny yet. That is all, and literally right as it ran out. Alright. No shiny. Let's go next. Alright, you can just... Okay. I'll write down the codes and give them a look later. Yeah, I guess that, like, after I have like a thorough look of them, I'll just like mention what it is the next time you're in stream. Gotta find where it is. Okay. It sounded like you had it a while ago and you didn't give the mark a look yet, Mudkip. Like you didn't know how to look for the mark. I was just trying to be helpful. Sorry, I'm trying to be helpful, Mudkip. Yay! Okay, let's go and check. Well, no, it hasn't rolled over to the next day yet, so we wouldn't get anything new at the market. Alright. Alright. I kind of just want to just check these Bramblin just to make sure there was not a shiny among them at the start. There was not? Okay. Well, let's get a picnic going. Sigh. Very, very much. You don't need to do it on all caps. 6, 8, J, F, P, N. Hello, Maridon. Make a sandwich. I bought some cards earlier. Got full art, Whimsicott, V, and a gold. It's only worth $2. Yeah. A lot of the high-value cards are like the Charizard. Like, the funny thing is, like, the Charizard, you know, that old, you know, the Gen 1 Charizard, that card can be, like, in crappy condition, and it's still one of the most valuable Pokemon cards there is. Like, even, like, a torn, beaten to crap card of that still sells for, like, several $100s from what I remember. Because, during one of the trivia nights for the Penn State Pokemon Club, the person in charge was like a big TCG person, and he put a bunch of TCG questions up there. And one of them was, how much would rank these cards by value? G C 0 9 F N. I mean, not really. The game just auto-generates the codes. Alright. Well, we didn't get shiny of the first one, but hopefully we'll get a shiny in the next one, and I hope we get this one soon. Base Charizard. Yeah, exactly. That's the base set Charizard. I forgot, like, the technical name of it, but yes, I think it is base set Charizard. Yeah, my brother used to have one of those. The reason why is there's Pixel, I don't either, but a lot of people will spend a crap ton of money on Charizard because it's Charizard. That's kind of the reason why the card is just worth so much freaking money, is it's worth a lot because it's Charizard. And the other thing is that there's just very, very few of that card in existence. So a lot of people like to collect it. Like, there are very few cards of it in existence because the card is what? Almost, you know, in a couple of years, that card's going to be like 30 years old. You know, there's very few of copies of it that are in, like, good condition. And that's a part of why, like, the price keeps getting driven up, is that people aren't really selling them because there's not many of them in existence, and the people who buy them really, really love it because it's Charizard, and less of them more and more of them get taken out of circulation, so there's less of them on the market, so there's less that you can actually go for supply and demand, so people can charge more money for it, and then it just spirals out into this entire giant thing of it's just worth so much because there's so few of them on the market to sell. It's unfortunate, but yeah, that's kind of why it's worth so much. It's just that it's worth a lot because Charizard is really what you can boil it down to. Because you never really realize that, yeah, you shove the card in your pocket when you show your friends. You know, you play with the cards, they get a little frayed, they start bending a little. You know, they just accumulate a little bit of damage here and there. And then eventually the cards are just kind of not really worth that much. Which is why I believe it is generally, like, the very, very, very valuable ones that are on the market were ones that people had, and they were just, like, put in a box somewhere, and were just, like, forgotten about for years and years and years and years. They found them later. They were, you know, in very, very good condition because they were just, like, never touched, never saw the light of day. And then now they're just worth a crap ton of money. February 10 to July to the 20th time frame, the printed basages. Yeah, okay. I guess actually it's a lot longer way than I thought. I thought it was, like, maybe during, like, 97, maybe 96. Really? It was that late. That was around the time of what, like, almost like gold silver era, I think. Really, that's a lot? I mean, it's only like a 1-2 year difference than what I thought, but wow, I did. Interesting. Did not expect it to have been that time frame. But I mean, that's still, you know, in... So I guess yeah, so it's like 25 years old. So, pretty dang old card. I mean, that's older than me. Like, that card is older than I am. There are actually versions of that card that are exactly 1 year older than me. I just thought about that. That's actually pretty funny. I actually still have no idea if we're ever gonna like do anything like super duper special like for my birthday on the stream, because I don't know. I kind of never really understood the like doing a special thing on your birthday, because like I don't know, I never really understood it. Maybe it's just like my weird way of thinking about things, but I never really thought of anything to do for it. Because I know a lot of streamers, they do, you know, something special on their birthday. Picnic. Picnic. We are done with the picnic. Yeah, shiny Bramblin, I have a feeling when we find the Bramblin, it will be more obvious than I expect. It is slightly goofy. I kind of like it though. I like its mechanics. I think it's a very neat sort of idea for a Pokemon. I don't think it translates well into like the battling. I mean, it does a good job at like disrupting a couple of plans that the opponent is capable of doing. Because, like, you do this while you risk, like, setting up an Oricorio. But it kind of works well, like, in tandem with, like, other stuff. But it's kind of hard to pull off. But it's one of those things where it's difficult to pull off. But if you can pull it off, it's terrifying. Like, you put it next to, like, a Quiver Dance Volcarona. Well, then, you now just gave a Quiver Dance to another Pokemon for free. I like it. It's a very interesting way it operates. I like that they made it. Like, I'm glad that they made Oricorio's ability that, and that they didn't give Oricorio kind of absurd stats. Because its stat line is in that perfect zone of it's high enough to be able to make it work, but it's also low enough that it isn't intrinsically a problem. You know, like, its stat line isn't so insane that it can just, like, start, you know, clowning on stuff. It does require, like, actually knowing what you're doing and, like, being able to use it correctly. I mean, it works with, like, other dancing moves, too. You know, it's not just something like Volcarona. It's things like, I don't believe Taunt works on it, but it's like any dance move it will, like, also auto-use. So, like, Swords Dance, Dragon Dance, Quiver Dance, Petal Dance, Teeter Dance. But again, Teeter Dance doesn't really do anything. There's a lot of moves, like, it will auto-activate on. And some of them are not. Fiery Dance is one of them. Like, that's one of the reasons why, like, it would go very well with Volcarona. Because you would use, you know, Fiery Dance, or you would use Quiver Dance. Either one is, like, actually, like, really, really good for it. You know, Quiver Dance is good because, you know, it's Quiver Dance. You know, it's obviously it's one of the best moves there is. And then Fiery Dance, you know, obviously is just a strong attack. I also believe that now Revelation Dance works with Terra typings. I think. It's a very interesting mechanical Pokemon in the way that it operates. But I don't actually think Taunt stops Oricorio from using called moves. Maybe it does, but I'm not sure if it does. I don't think it does. It could, but I've never really experimented enough with Oricorio to know all the ins and outs of what its ability activates on, what it can shut down its ability. But yeah, it's it's neat, is what it is. You know, I would say Oricorio is probably the only gimmick ability Pokemon that they have actually like, executed very well. Volcarona and Oricorio. Well, no, Fiery Dance. Fiery Dance is an attacking move. It isn't a status move. So it can still do that. But it also works like you use it to punish an opposing Volcarona that uses Quiver Dance. You know, Quiver Dance, Swords Dance. It's not just used next to Volcarona. It's used against Volcarona. It's used, you know, against things that like Swords Dance, like Dragon Dance. And it's just one of the, it punishes the use of them. Not really. I don't hate crits. I'm glad crits exist. Okay, where is the Bramblin? Where is the Bramblin? Really? When did I get Quiver Dance? Because I'm pretty sure back in, like, Gen 7, it didn't get Quiver Dance. Safety Dance. What about Safety Dance? Never heard of that. Freaking heck, where is it? I'm assuming that's a meme or something, Jared. I'm assuming that's some kind of meme. Okay, it's an egg. Okay. Yeah, I was like, I don't think it got Quiver Dance any time earlier than this. What's the parent that learns Quiver Dance? Well, then again, like, it's, Mirror Herb Egg move, I guess, is how you can get it onto it. Because I'm not really sure what gets Quiver Dance and would be compatible with, Oricorio, because Lilligan's always female, so that can't work, because the female always passes down the gender unless, passes down the species, unless you're breeding a male with a Ditto, in which case it is the father species. Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe, like, it is exclusively via Mirror Herb, then. Because, like, I can't think of, for the life of me, what gets Quiver Dance, other than, like, Volcarona. Unless, like, somehow fricking Venomoth is in the same egg group, is it? Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, I want to check this now. I'm checking this, because this is, I'm curious on this now. Rescue Legion. You just go flying. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling it was some sort of meme you were referencing, Jared. I am glad that I was correct. Okay, okay, we're only about 10 minutes into the sandwich. Alright, Babylon, where is... There's Oricorio. Okay, so I guess, like, Oricorio base form is just fire. Yeah, I guess the fire is the base one. Okay. Egg moves. Go dance. Details. Yeah, you have to mirror herb it on. It is the only way to get it. You're not shiny. Yeah, mirror herbing it is the only way, because the only parents of Oricorios, like the parents in the egg group of Oricorio, that learn it are Oricorio. So it can only get it by breeding, which means the only way to get it is by mirror herb. I'm so glad they added that. Like, that is legitimately one of the best systems they have ever implemented, is you don't need the same species anymore, because The way that they added in Sword and Shield was a very good system in that, okay, well, now you just put them in the daycare, and then, you know, it's same species, one knows the egg move, one doesn't, you teach it to them that way. That I thought was a great system. And then they made this, and like, oh, this is like a billion times better. Yeah, I'm glad that they added the Mirror Herb. I think that they realized, okay, the other system was good for QOL, not even to rebuild different Pokemon over and over and over again. But you still need to keep Pokemon that have those egg moves, you know, in the event you want to use them. So they give it, okay, we'll do this. And this is just, it's a much better system overall, which I don't think we give Game Freak enough props when it comes to their QOL updates for just the players. You can't do that, Pixel. Competitively, you are not allowed to have 2 Pokemon of the same species on the team. So that is the species clause that violates, so that would be impossible. The only way that would be technically possible is if you have a Ditto that transformed into an Oricorio, and that's it. That would be the only way to legitimately pull that off. Also, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Normal levels online. Yeah, that also bans that species clause. You cannot. I do not believe you're able to use 2 Pokemon of the same species in online battles, because there is a species clause. No, I believe that's in all online battles. I believe that there is a species clause, like, by default. You cannot use 2 Pokemon of the same, like, same species in, like, any format. I believe the only one you can do is, like, Smogon anything goes, because, like, that just takes away all the restrictions. And even then, that's, like, on a battle simulator that isn't in the actual games. I'm pretty sure. There's always a species clause in any battle format. Why does Braviary learn close combat? Because it's a bird that fights. It says in its Pokedex entry, Braviary fights things. So, like, it makes sense that it learns close combat. Bye, Ring. Thank you very much. I mean, it makes about as much sense as Staraptor learning close combat, let's be real. Like, if Staraptor can learn it, if a Starling can learn to fight things, I would say a freaking giant bald eagle can learn to fight things. I would say that makes at least a little bit of sense. Because Kilowattrel sucks! It's discount Zapdos! The funny thing is, Kilowattrel is actually, like, kinda good for the Decidueye raids conditionally. Yeah, Murkrow's tiny. Also, Talonflame sucks. The reason why Talonflame can't learn it is because Talonflame sucks. But yeah, you wouldn't even really want it on Kilowattrel anyway, because close combat's debuffs do not proc competitive. Also, it just doesn't have the offensive stat line to do it. We started on Staraptor. I'm so annoyed that Barry had the fierce strat of BDSP. I love that Barry did that. Like, that is probably my favorite thing about BDSP, is how absolutely janky bullshit Barry's Staraptor is. It has, like, freaking Sunny Day. Who the hell uses Sunny Day on their Staraptor? Apparently Barry does. You know what? Respect it. Dollar store, exactly, it is. It's got basically the same stat distribution shape as Zapdos, just everything is lower. I mean, well, the phrasing that my friend Shiny Dratini specifically uses is budget Zapdos. He specifically uses the phrase budget Zapdos, not discount Zapdos. I call it discount Zapdos because I just find it funnier to say. Mostly that comes from, like, all the times I used to watch CinemaSins, and they would say this, discount this actor is this person. Reggie Barry's Wolf Black. Not really. I'm so sad, though, because one of my friends knew the guy who ran the Final Gambit scarfed Staraptor, and he ended up losing because the, like, reporters that were covering the VGC tournament said, oh yeah, his Staraptor is scarfed Final Gambit. And just, like, all that information was just, like, put online, and so all of his opponents next time knew, oh, he has Final Gambit Staraptor, just double protect turn 1, and he completely loses. Zapdos until home releases. I wouldn't even say that. It's, like, Kilowatt Trell's, I would say, best use now is, like, vaguely Disquake. Like, it's got some, it can punish Intimidate, which is actually quite good. But in general, I wouldn't say that Kilowatt, like, there's things Kilowatt can do. But in general, it's a bit too on the frail side. You know, you're primarily going to be using it for something like Rain Dance, Hurricane Thunder strategies, or, like, Tailwind. Because, yeah, when it gets wind power, like, charging itself up, it actually does pretty well. But the issue is you need that very, very, very specific setup on it. It's kind of in the same vein as, like, Electromorphosis on Bellybolt. Though, Bellybolt is much more able to set up and activate its things. Because Bellybolt is just gets hit, period. This Quake will kill, and it will kill my Spirit for a competitive Pokemon. Does deserve... Did he kill Montreal? Doesn't deserve the dollar store title. Funny. I mean, Kilowatt isn't that bad. It's not that bad. Like, it can definitely hit things pretty hard. It's just that it's a bit of a situational setup. Then get the picnic. Come on, where's the shiny? Yeah, I honestly think that Bellybolt is gonna be, like, pretty good for the upcoming Decidueye raids. I think it's actually gonna be pretty good for soloing the Decidueye raids. I mean, ooh, it or Iron Hand. I mean, in Iron Hands, I think both would be very good for solos. Yeah, both in Iron Hands would have to be viable for solos. The only dependency is, like, the Purge that Decidueye does. And the other part is, like, the conditions of when will it shield. Because I have a feeling they might have Decidueye auto-shield the start of the fight, which makes... I almost wonder if, like, going forward, every single level 7 raid boss is going to auto-shield right at the start of the fight, specifically to prevent things like Screech spam. The problem is then, well, okay, you're going to just basically make everything go down to being physical attackers, special attackers. Hey, Aiden, how you doing? How you doing, Aiden? But yeah, it's going to be... I think that the Decidueye counters are going to be pretty cut and dry. It's not going to need to be too much to do for them, because a lot of the Pokemon that are good for the Decidueye raids, we already have them. They're going to be pretty easy to beat. Oh, nice counters tonight. Very nice. How you doing, Let's Go. Again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like if you haven't done so already. But how are you guys all doing? We still got second sandwich and no shiny. This is definitely going into one of our worst shiny hunts. But yeah, freaking Bramblin. I loathe this shiny with the freaking hate it. Nice counts today. Gonna be, good people are snacks and won't be. That's nice. That's at least nice, bring some snacks. Snacks. Yeah, Bramblin is... I'm not looking forward. I was never looking forward to this shiny hunt. But yeah, I have a good feeling about the Decidueye raids. I think they're going to be relatively easy. Yeah, Landon did stream in the morning today. I think it's like he has a job later today, which is probably why he did it. I remember him saying something about like his schedule was going to be a bit wonky for a bit. Or like his schedule was going to be a bit wonky because of like the job. For my concert, say goodbye to seniors. Decided because my that's nice. I have a voice for newspaper when it comes to singing. So, utmost respect. I could never do it. But very nice. I hate the freaking Bramblin. Some battle themes are exclusive to online battles for some reason. What do you mean? What battle themes? You mean like in previous games? Like, I feel like it kind of makes sense for some of them. But I think that every battle theme you can hear. Because I think that, like, there might be a way to get, like, them to listenable, but I'm not. Actually, maybe not. Now that I think about it. Actually, now that I think about it. Like, what ones? Yes, we got the Tauros. The funny thing is, the shiny Tauros ran into me. I was just sitting here at my computer, like, doing job application things, and then the Tauros just ran straight into me. So it was a full odds Paldean Tauros. Because it wasn't... Yeah, in this game, yeah, we have a shiny Paldean Tauros. Rhymes gym leader theme isn't an option. She has her own special gym theme? I actually didn't notice that. You're sure Intel Grotto? What's that? I have not heard of those things. Oh, she does? Huh. I mean, again, I guess I never really paid attention to the music. Just the funny thing is I fought her twice, so I probably should have known. It's like the cave. It's... You mean the one like in the start of the game where you fall in and you have to go through and follow the Miraidon or Koraidon with the Houndoom attack? Is that one? Or is it a different cave? Okay, that one. Yeah, I didn't know that was its own special name. Neat. Interesting. But again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so. I am despising every single fiber of this freaking Bramblin's existence. I am really not looking forward to this. But at the very least, I mean, we get it today. We get one of them today. It just means that a different day we won't need to hunt both of them. But yeah, we're probably over like triple odds at this point on it, just because of how many we're seeing. Yeah, I think at this point we are definitely over double odds. I mean, we're definitely double odds. We're probably like we're either over triple odds or we're closing in on triple odds at this point. We're just the sheer number. Wait. Oh my freaking gosh. Right as I was saying it, we found it. There we freaking go, people. It really sticks out. It really, really sticks out. We got the first one. We got the first Bramblin down. One down. Only one more to go. It sticks out. Like it does. Like look at the others. Like look at the others. It sticks out pretty well compared to the others. Technically she, because it's a female one, Jared. Technically female. I mean, Bramblin knows where its head is. Like it sticks out. It's very distinct. Okay, so it's marked. It does stand out more than I thought. Wow. Like, last minute of the sandwich. So, okay, so we got one. Yeah, that was, I mean, that was pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright. Alright. Just means, again, in the future, one less we got a hunt of it. Even if we don't get the other today. I mean, if the Honedge family can be male or female, I'm not surprised that the fricking rolling tumbleweed ghost is gendered. Delmise? I think Delmise is genderless. It may not be, but you'd probably have to go check. I'm pretty sure by this point the game has rolled over to the next day in game. Yes, we've been live. We've been live for an hour and 13 minutes, which is actually 1 minute longer than the in-game day cycle, so it has rolled over to a new day. So I want to go and check our Porto Muranado. Just auction house just see if we got anything else, because so far today I've gotten a heavy ball and a love ball. I got the heavy ball before the stream started, and then we got the love ball right at the start of the stream. So, I'm feeling lucky. Maybe we'll get some spice. Alright. Pomeg, Ultra Ball, and Fred. Okay, no. Not great. You know what? 2 Apricorn Balls in the same day, and a shiny of one of the most annoying Pokemon to get. I say that's a win. That is a hard win. So yeah, you can't get all the luck in the universe. You can't get all the luck in the universe unless you're running Togekiss. Actually, I probably should check that, because like, there's something about Togekiss I actually really want to check, just to make sure. Oh, nice! Sinisty Outbreak. Fun. We got the Sinisty family. That is one family we are done with. I guess object Pokemon are just inconsistent. Yep. I mean, Pokemon in general is just inconsistent when it comes to things. You know what? I think... You know what? I'm gonna run I'm gonna want a grass sandwich. Because we need to get Cacnea. We need to get another. We need Cacnea. We need another another Cacnea. We need the Capsicid. And we need the Bramblin. So I think we'll see how this goes. If this doesn't go well, I'll just reset it, depending on how the spawns we get. But we'll do this as a trial run. Pickle. Cucumber. Cucumber. Lettuce. 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 I don't like lettuce. I don't know, it's like I bite into something, I expect taste. When I bite lettuce, there is no taste. Now let's see if I flubbed it. Let's see how this actually works. That's... Ew. Just... No. This is why I don't like lettuce. It just does not look appetizing. I don't think we're gonna get the full... Yeah, okay, grass. Yeah, we didn't get it. Reset. Again, this is why I don't like lettuce on the things. It's just annoying. Hello, Omar. How are you doing? Hope you are doing well. We're doing very, very delightful. Delete that. I don't need that anymore. I don't need like half of these tabs open anymore. I already got the information I need out of it. How are you doing, Omar? You just missed us acquiring our first shiny Bramblin. We still need one more for the Brambleghast, and then we're gonna work on our freaking shiny Froakie hunt, because Froakie sucks. You know, Froakie and the Greninja family can go suck a railroad spike. So yeah. Alright, let me just check something. Super... There, super effect. Yes, we got one. So we just need the other one. There, super lure. Cucumber, pickle, and then 3 things of lettuce. Salty. Yeah, I think the only issue really is just the stacking up method of the lettuce is just kind of vaguely annoying. Pickle. 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 Then cucumber. Cucumber. Another cucumber. That goes there. That should go there. Oh, there's 4 pieces of lettuce per thing. Okay. That's probably why. Because there's freaking 4... Oh, no, there's not. Okay, why is it that there's 4 in one, 2 in another, and then 3 in the third? What the frick is the consistency? What? Why? Okay, that's weird. Encounter progress. Okay, let's see if this works. I hate dealing with like the 3 group everythings, but lettuce in particular is just kind of highly annoying. The main reason is that lettuce is so strangely shaped, I guess is the best way of phrasing it when it comes to like the way the leaves are, because they're not like flat. Like tomatoes are a bit annoying, But with tomatoes, they're flat discs. With lettuce, they are, like, curved. And then they're curved with an opening. So it is this very awkward entire setup for them. So it's like all the problems of, like, tomatoes, in addition to just a super, super awkward shape. Unicron, Megazord, the Royal Knights, Insect Power Rangers. Yep. Yeah, it looks like Unicron from Transformers. Am I wrong, Omar? Does it not look like Unicron? But yeah, that's the reason I'm running a grass sandwich right now is Cacnea's one that we still need one of. We still need a shiny, another shiny Capsule Kid, because we found a shiny Capsule Kid randomly while just stumbling around hatching eggs. And if we could, like, knock out a few of those, that's ideal. But I don't think we're going to get one of them. I would like, ideally, to get this. Granted, we could have just hard-focused the Ghost Sandwich, which probably was the smartest thing to do. However, we need to hunt him eventually anyway, so we might as well do it anyway. Again, it's kind of like with my whole Ice-type thing for Glaciadio Mountain before we got all the shinies there, aside from one. Because we still need Shiny Cryogonal. And Shiny Cryogonal, I think we're going to reduce to just being a Masuda hunt. But the other thing is, we do now know it's confirmed that in the wind, the rooted ones apparently are the shinies. So if we see one rolling around, apparently those will not be shiny. So we gotta check out the rooted ones, which makes it easier. What's the grass sandwich? Don't like checking most. Lettuce. 3 things of lettuce, cucumber, and a pickle. That is a grass sandwich. Also, 2 salty Herba Mystica. I believe there are other like, you can use another combination of Herba Mystica for it. But I know for certain it's salty, because salty is like the universal one. Oh, what? Wait, freaking heck, did we just find the other shiny right now? And we're done. And we are done. 3 sandwiches. 3 sandwiches, ladies and gentlemen. Let's frickin' go, people. So now we can just go around the rest of the place and look for the grass. That's why I'm glad I didn't do a ghost one. This is why I didn't do a ghost one. Specifically because of this. Let's go. LLFG, people. And, like, we barely started that sandwich. Ooh, possible Trick Room Bramblin. Possible Trick Room Bramblin as well. That is marked. LFG, people. LFG. Alright, so, Cacnea, I presume, is, like... Is Cacnea pure grass, or is it, like, dark grass? Or grass dark? I'll go check it later. Why is the freaking lighting engine having an absolute spaz fit? You know what? It's fine. We got our shiny. We're fine. Well, actually, what am I doing? Well, now I think... Yeah, now we can just go hatch Greninja eggs in addition to this now. So, let's get out our shiny hunters. Fiery Floof Moth, you are recruited for duty again. Live on the deck. And... Oh, wait, there's only one. Right, I forgot I kind of moved some stuff around. Then, no. You go there. You are coming with me. So yeah, we're back to Greninja. There we go. We win. Like, we just win. We now just win. So let's frickin' go. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm extremely pleased. Not a shiny Capsicid. Nope, we've only gotten we've only gotten one shiny Froakie. So we still need the Frogadier and the we got the Greninja shiny. So we need the Frogadier and we need the Froakie. And we have almost passed the number of eggs it took us to get the first shiny Froakie. So like this has been a freaking stupid hunt. It's one I want to get these before the Decidueye, which I think we can. Are you past the other? No, we're not past the other Froakie yet. No, we're not. We are 22, well now 21 eggs away from that like first one. So now we're hunting our Greninja again. So if you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I don't think we're going to be running any sandwiches for the rest of the episode now. Well, not episode, the stream. Because now that we got our Outbreak hunt, we're not going to be running sandwiches because like we just have to be resetting anyway. Yeah, I mean, Greninja hates me. Like, Greninja despises me. So, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But yeah, I think probably the best thing to do would be go... I guess maybe going between where we are here right now and then that like upward slope of a hill where you can find, because I think on that little slope you can find Skidoo. I was trying to like pre-evolution of Go-Goat. It's Skidoo. I'm pretty sure we can find Skidoo there. And that's, again, another grass type we need the shiny of. And we have to just traverse through, you know, of course, Asado Desert anyway, so we might as well go there as well. And the good thing is, like, these periodic egg hatches give us a perfect opportunity to just 360 around. Greninja's not a shoe, it's entire... No, that's... Yeah, Greninja is now the Skechers store. That's not, because we know, we have confirmed Ho-Oh is a fake pair of Air Jordans. Which honestly makes me wonder what the freak Karkadet is. Because we went over 10 times odds on that thing. Like, that's gotta be like the Skechers factory, then. Yeah, I don't think I'll be releasing the Froakie live anymore, at least when we're running a sandwich. Just in the interest of time. So yeah, I think that we're gonna be... Yeah, we're not gonna be running we're not gonna be releasing them during the sandwich hatching, during the sandwich time. And I'll just release them off stream. But yeah, there's a lot of... That's a lot of Capsicid. I still find it hilarious that we found a shiny Capsicid off of, just literally wandering around when hatching eggs. I love that. I do like, it honestly doesn't have a bad shiny. It doesn't change that much, but I do like it. It's a lighter, it's like a very, very like, light, almost like pale yellow, I think. It's very, very much lighter. Is there no Skidoo? Wait, does Skidoo not appear over here? Oh, no, there's the Capsicid. Okay, there are Capsicid here, too. Okay, I was vaguely right. I was vaguely correct. Again, it's the best kind of correct, is to be vaguely correct. Hey, Shiny Magby, delightful. And Magby's nice. Okay, I was right. There are Skidoo up here. But I don't think that this is the best place, because now I see how narrow it is. Probably not. Yeah, I don't quite think... Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a good idea to hunt, like, for them here. Because, like, it's very cramped in terms of just area size. And if need be, I can always just come with a normal sandwich. The Jet was thinking, let me just check in case it's a shiny, and it was. Yeah. It's always entertaining. Always fun. There was one shiny, I forget what it was, where that happened with me. I don't remember what it was, but it was very, very entertaining. Yeah, we're just gonna stick to Asado Desert. Cause yeah, it's not worth, like, because there's also like this giant stretch of nothingness here. But yeah, we're probably gonna pass the first Froakie in terms of just number of eggs. I will be legitimately shocked if we manage to actually get this shiny before the other one did. Okay, 2 more eggs. Do. Yeah, like, so we need... There's just two more grass types in the desert. We need the cactus, and we need the pepper. I do like how we actually have a fire grass type now. Even if it doesn't have great stats, because, like, honestly, like, if they gave something like Scovillain a, like, super top shelf stat spread, I think it would be super broken. Because fire and grass as a typing is insanely good, just in terms of how many types it slaps. It's also just very defensively difficult to deal with. So, like, it not having super high level stats is, I think, almost like a mercy on us. But also, it is, like, the perfect, like, sun grass type. Like, it is, like, almost a perfectly built sun Pokemon. Because it's a fire type that gets grass stab. So it can use just Solar Beam to blast things. It gets Chlorophyll. I think it might be one of the fastest Pokemon under sun that also gets, you know, stab fire hits. Yeah, that too is like a Chlorophyll Solar Beam. It's terrifying. Like, again, it's one of those things that you don't really think it's that strong at first, and then you just start remembering, right, it gets this move, it's this fast, it gets this and this and this and this and this. You know, Chlorophyll, Solar Beam, in addition to the freaking insanity that is, it gets a stab boost on its fire-type moves. It was like, it slaps things. You know, I think it gets, like, Giga Drain, too. Like, it's got good stuff. I really like, again, that's one of the reasons I love a lot of the Pokemon they have this gen. There are so many, like, unique new ideas that the Pokemon this gen brought in. One of my playthrough team did not realize... Yeah, I mean, the other thing is, it's kind of hard to pull off things like that in, like, I would say in a single-player file, it is a bit hard to pull off things like that, because at that point where you're going to have, you know, a Torkoal on your team for Drought, which, you know, is going to be on the fire type, or you put Sunny Day on your Scovillain, which is consuming a move slot then, and also, like, takes a turn of setup. Which is why it's kind of difficult to do in, like, single-player. But yeah, like, frickin' Scovillain in, like, Sun, I guess, like, Terra's Fire would probably be the better play. Because everything that Fire is weak to, all those typings are weak to Grass. So, you know, Rock is weak to Grass, Ground is weak to Grass, and Water is weak to Grass. because you still retain, you know, your grass same type attack bonus, you can still slap those things around with your ridiculously powerful grass moves. While, you know, having your ridiculously powerful fire moves, which are boosted by Sun, boosted by Stab, boosted by Terra Stab, for just nuclear levels of just blasting power. You know, I always thought that it was like a very poorly designed Pokemon in terms of like its stat spread, but no. The more I was looking at Scovillain, the more I was realizing they kind of kneecapped this thing's stat line, specifically because if its stats were like even better, it would be basically unstoppable. Like, it would be borderline broken if it had, like, the more efficient stat line. I came up with a stat line. It wasn't even, like, you know, a huge reworking of, like, giving it, you know, 30, 40 more points. It was just, like, lopping off a few stat points from its, like, a special attack, or, like, a physical attack, and distributing that among its other stats, and using every stat point it already has available to it. And it became, like, an absolute horror show. Ha! Clever. Clever there, Jared. Okay. So, with this pretty much final batch of eggs, we are gonna be getting pretty dang close to our previous, egg hatches for Froakie. I have a feeling we're not gonna get the shiny in the next 7 eggs. But I would like to be wrong. I would hope to be wrong. You know, the shiny Cacnea, I know what it looks like. We've already found one. So anyway, I tried blasting. The butterfly effect is real right now, indeed. The butterfly effect. The effect of butterflies. As we have, you know, Fiery Floof, Moth of Doom, Volcarona on the field. I play my perfectly ultimate Great Moth in attack mode. It is indeed a very perfect, ultimate, and great Moth. I kind of really want to go rewatch the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, because I enjoy, like, I still think it kind of holds up today. I mean, I know I'm not going to be wrong. I know it's going to go over that, you know, that number. It would be funny if the game wants to prove me wrong. It'd be funny. Froakie's going croaky. Cause it's being a shoe. Again, it's the whole frickin' Skechers factory. You know, is that a Cacnea over there? Okay, that's a Cacnea. That's not a Capsicid. Yeah, I think this might be like the ideal place to start resetting picnics. Picnic. You know, go around, check, and then you go back. Picnic reset. Let them all spawn in. But yet, also, for those of you who do not know, tomorrow is going to be our, as usual, Breath of the Wild stream. So that's going to be fun if you guys enjoy watching my suffering. Because, you know, we're making progress in Breath of the Wild. We are, at this point, I think tomorrow is... Actually, I think tomorrow is going to be the last... or second to last day of our Korok seed hunting. I said that one I got. I'm alright. I think I have a third Totsugiri. It's still want another. Funny. Totsugiri is a funny guy. I love Totsugiri. Very, very funny shiny. Very, very funny Pokemon. Okay, those are two Cacnea. Yeah, it's almost like... not like reddish, like light greenish brown on the Cacnea. And then there's just a Bramblin rolling around. Alright. With that, 1270. I hate this freaking shoe frog. Not a tree frog, but a shoe frog. And you know why it's a shoe? Because it deserves the boot. Alright, we're going over on this one. We're going over previous odd. Which sucks. But at the very least, you know, I'm just going to save anyway, just in case some shenanigans happen. Hello, Dominic Dumbs Bunny. How are you doing? Welcome in. Hope you're doing very well. Great to see you again. We got our entire Shiny Brambleghast family. So we're just resuming our Greninja Shiny hunt, which is going to be the usual, basically the plan from here on out when it comes to Greninja. We are going to be doing our, like, usual daily Shiny hunts. Then, when we get the Shiny, we work on a couple of eggs. So I think that's going to be, like, the plan going forward. Because it's what is most time efficient. You know, that way we can make a little bit of progress on Greninja, we can make progress on our other hunts, and not just spend all day, you know, doing Greninja and getting nothing. We break up the monotony a bit. Hopefully the third one. Oh no, the third one's probably gonna be even worse. The third one's probably gonna be like 3,000. Frauke deserves to be strangled. I don't know, I'm expecting the third one is going to be absolutely horrendous in terms of odds. Alright, this is for the tie. This is for the tying of our worst hunt by Masuda eggs for anything. Is it going to be 1072 again? If it is, it's hilarious, but I don't think it will. What a shocker! It's not. Yeah, just for consistency. Yeah, I don't get it. In the time it has taken us to hatch all of these eggs, statistically, we would have hit 4. It's crazy. It's just stupid. I mean, again, that's statistics for you. It's like, there are times you do a shiny hunt, you get it like that. Time you do a shiny hunt, it takes for frickin' ever. It's just, that is how the RNG rolleth. Like the Bramblin go rollin', that's how the RNG go rollin'. Also, there's a Bramblin stuck on the side of the cliff right there, which is hilarious. Yeah. I can imagine that. I can imagine that in, like, Gen 2 with no Masuda method. So, I mean, Alan's up to, like, 1,500 Dynamax adventures on Mewtwo. Like, his Mewtwo hunt is insane. Yeah. It's been... This new Greninja is our new worst hunt. Alright, let's... Oh boy. I had a dream where you could get eggs and hatch eggs instantly. Masuda hunting was amazing. I wouldn't say that's shiny hunting. That's literally having, like, the game basically autoplay itself. I'm not sure how I'd feel about that. Because that's literally just at that point you mashing A until you get the shiny. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'd feel about that. Alright, so this is where we found the good thing is. I imagine it would be weird. Alright. Hello, Cacturn. Yeah, the good thing is that these are shinies we cannot get via Dynamax Adventures, so I feel no problem with this. Yep, kid. For a second, I thought that was one of the items on the ground. I mean, we're doing okay. I mean, it's like, again, it's an awkward hunt, but not like too terrible. Okay, okay, little thing. You wish to go into oblivion? But I would spare you. Yeah, it's going pretty okay. Again, 2 shinies today is still good. Why is it so windy outside? Are we getting snow again? Okay, no, it's just really, really windy. It's so... The wind outside is so loud, I can hear it. And it usually doesn't get that loud. But it's all fine. Done picking. Now just let everything start to respawn back in. Which, thankfully, doesn't take too long. We probably have... No, we probably still have some time left on our sandwich. I think we still have some time left on our sandwich. But it's gonna be interesting seeing where this hunt goes up to. 2 more eggs. It's gonna be interesting seeing where this one ends. Because, like, I kind of don't know at this point. I like how 2 of the Sinnoh starters have unique typings to this day, and then there's Infernape and Firefight with firefighting. Steel, water, and grass. There's another grass ground type. Toadscruel is also grass ground. So Torterra does not have a unique typing anymore. Oh, nice, Fiery! Very nice. 80. Toadscruel! Yes! You forgot Toadscruel! How could you forget the silly Squidward thing? What are you doing, Fiery? Glad to see you finished stream. Very nice. We still got a bit of grass sandwich left. We got our shiny Bramblin, and then we got our shiny for the Bramblegast. We are doing pretty well so far today. Picnic. This is probably going to be our last reset for this, and then we're just going to have to be able to go around the whole world. I just have to make sure it didn't show up. Ground. Yeah, you might have had to look up grass ground, because the way that the searching goes is like the opposite way. Yeah, the way that the type search is very weird, because there's like primary grass and secondary grass typing, and you know, number of sources do actually sort them differently by that. But yeah, Torterra is grass ground, but a lot of us like, you know, flip it around because, you know, we don't really care about like the primary and secondary typing. But yes, Squidward thing is also grass ground. I'm like, Toadscruel it's not great, but it just amuses me, which again I feel is what a Pokemon kind of should do, is just be amusing. Because like it's silly. It's very, very silly. Yeah, so I think we're going pretty well. Not really certain how long we're gonna be live today. Didn't think I need Henry. Well, the ability isn't really hindering. You gotta remember, the ability allows it to bypass other abilities. So like, it can bypass things like Magic Bounce. It can bypass things like Goldengo's good as gold. It can bypass things like Overcoat. So, like, it can use Spore on Pokemon that are normally immune to Spore. So, like, it's a pretty good trade-off, I'd say. I mean, one of the reasons why people use, some of those Pokemon is actually specifically because we have abilities that make us immune to, certain conditions. And then, kind of the whole strategy is, like, pivoted around that whole idea that this thing is immune to this. Well, Toadscruel can come in, sleep, and do this. It can just do all these kind of shenanigans. So, like, I would say it's a balancing ability. Because, like, it's very good at countering Pokemon that are otherwise more than a little obnoxious. We do, like, Overcoat. It can put those Pokemon to sleep. It can put them to sleep. It can put... Like, there's a lot of good stuff. But I don't think it needed a negative priority. Maybe it worked on grass. It's fair. I think the negative priority was kind of deserved. Because you gotta remember, Toadscruel's base speed is like, what, 110? It's like 110 or 100. It's really stupid fast. A base 100 speed Spore user. That's insane. Like, slap a Choice Scarf on it and just Spore. What can you do? I think it's kind of to work around that the devs are aware, okay, players are going to see the speed, they're going to slap a Choice Scarf on it, and then they're going to just start using Spore on literally everything, because Amoonguss is obnoxious. And Amoonguss is extremely slow, and it's already obnoxious with its Spore usage. So, I think default making it have a very low speed, like, default making it so it will always move last, was a bit of a good decision on Game Freak's part for this thing. Because, other than that, like, if you're going to use a Spore user that you're going to, like, slap a Choice Scarf on, you can use Breloom. And Breloom has nowhere near the bulk in, like, quotation marks that Toadscruel has, and it has nowhere, and also, like, Breloom has a very bad defensive typing. So, like, it was a big balancing thing. Oh, don't worry, Foxy. We already got the shiny Bramblins, so we're fine. You don't need to give us the fast shiny luck, because we already got the annoying shinies. So we win. Even if we lose, we win. That was pretty cool for certain mons with Regigigas and Archeops. That would be an interesting item. That would be a super interesting item. Because, like, it would be one of the few items that you can't trick onto an opponent with prankster users. So yes, like, you can't... That would be a pretty interesting item idea, actually. An item that disables your own ability, because you wouldn't be able to use it with prankster users. That's interesting. I don't think they'll ever do that, but it would be a very interesting idea. Ah, yeah, the shiny frog. The shoe factory that is a shiny frog of non-existence. Oh boy, this is something. Yeah, we're gonna go check our Porto Marinata stuff again, because we got a heavy ball and we got a love ball already today. I would love it if we could get more items like that. It's like it's just good. It's just very good. Yeah, I don't even think though with Archeops' ability disabled, it would still like be too high level play competitively, because Archeops is very good in like a draft league. One of the things like Gamer Views, Archeops I feel like really proved that with its performance in our battle, where I'll be real about that Archeops that he used. I had a couple of plans like put in place for how to deal with Dynamax Archeops. The issue was none of them were solid. All of them were extremely conditional on, you know, weather not being a factor, it not having any max boosts up. And he basically avoided all of that, and I could not drop its health low enough. So, like, Archeops can really put in a lot of work. Granted, it put in a lot of work in a Dynamax format where, like, its low glass nature is a little more easily cover-upable. But, yeah, it's definitely a Pokemon that I feel wouldn't benefit as much as people would think from, like, the ability being disabled. Because, like, there was Neutralizing Gas Regigigas, the Neutralizing Gas Weezing alongside it back in the Sword and Shield, and it's kind of similar. You can use that as a bit of an approximation. But, like, Regigigas Weezing was a nightmare to deal with. Mostly because Regigigas Weezing is freaking Regigigas Weezing. You're dealing with Regigigas, which is insanely bulky, has an utterly absurd physical attack stat, has a very good coverage move pool, and just all around, not much you can really do. What the freak was that noise? What? Oh, it was the shovel. There's a snow shovel on the back porch that would just like fell down, like just popping down the stairs, making a weird sound, but it was just the snow shovel. It's a freaking rugged thing. So it'll be fine. Yeah, it was Weezing because it was neutralizing gas. Also, fun fact about Slow Start. Slow Start is not the Regigigas is not the only holder of the ability Slow Start anymore. Varoom has for its hidden ability Slow Start. It serves absolutely no purpose. I just find it funny. Varoom, the thing that evolves into Revavroom, the thing that evolves into, like, the Starmobile. I mean, it's an engine. I guess it's like, a stalled engine is probably what it's a joke at. I have no clue, but I just find it hilarious. It's like, yeah, no. It gets Slow Start. It doesn't do anything. Because, like, I don't think it gets entrainment. I don't think it gets, like, skill swap. Maybe it does. I'm gonna go check that now, actually. Yeah, just Varoom. Yeah, Revavroom gets, I think it's Overcoat. Oh, no, it gets a Filter for its hidden ability. So, like, it actually has a legit good ability. I actually want to see if Varoom gets any ability inflicting moves, just because that would actually make a little bit of sense. Because Durant gets Truant as a hidden ability, but it also gets the move Entrainment, meaning it can force the ability Truant on opposing Pokemon. So, like, that's also like a strategy that people use with it, was they would force other Pokemon to have Truant. It wasn't the greatest strategy, but it was a strategy that existed. Alright, that's Swagger, Poison Jab, Uproar, Spin out. Dance gear, protect, acid spray, facade thief, bulldoze, venom shock, endure, and headbutt, dude, poison jab, taunt, spikes, ironhead, gunshot, substitute, iron, terror blast, obstruct, torment, parting shot. Nope, it does not get it. It gets no ability inflicting attacks. Which is weird. Because, like, I could see them having done that for him. But, like, not Regigigas. Like, Regigigas is just an absolute freaking unit. Like, I've seen people in singles stall out Regigigas' slow start timer with things like Thunder Wave and, like, Thunder Wave support on allies and then, just substitute baton pass Thunder Wave shenanigans. And it's really hard to deal with. No, Filter is amazing. Yeah, Filter is an amazing ability. It's so good. It's a really, really damn good ability. And to think, it used to be exclusive to Mr. Mime of all things. You know, it was a great thing that they got rid of that being exclusive to Mr. Mime, because, like, now there's, like, Pokemon that can really capitalize on it and make it really, really, really good. And it's terrifying. That the user... No. No. The only ability that kind of works like that is Neuroforce, which is on Ultra Necrozma, but Neuroforce does increase super effective damage. Yeah, it's a really, really good ability. Filter is a really good ability. Oh, I think I know why it was that the sound wasn't working at the start of the stream. I just realized that. Yeah, that actually makes sense why. I just realized it. Hey, Mr. Plant. I had my recording windows open. I didn't have my streaming windows opened. And my recording window does not put my voice audio and game audio on the first track. Whereas the stream setting has everything on the first track, because that way, because it only outputs the first track to you guys. That was why, like, the first, like, 7 minutes we didn't have any audio, and now I feel stupid. Good job. Welcome in, Mr. Plant. Hope you're doing well. Again, guys, if you haven't done so, aside from Foxy, because I know the rules with that, I have to get a shiny before she leaves a like. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so. Alright, no, 2 more eggs. Well, 1 more egg, and then we get the take up the counter. To 1,300. This is insane. I hate this frog. I despise it. It'll be fitting if we get the final that's shiny on like this one. But that's the thing that worries me. Is we are this high on odds for it. And we still have 1 more to go. The only thing I can think of for why it's taking this long consistently is I took the wrong Ditto, but I also made sure I took my Masuda Ditto. Hello there, Matthew Barker. How you doing? So I know that I've been in the Masuda Ditto. You're in Breath of the Wild. I would recommend fighting Taluses. Okay, I will show you proof of the shiny earlier, Foxy. I will show you the proof. Alright. Date of capture. Today. The 7th. Today. Shiny Bramblin. There you go. There's proof. Proof positive of my shiny. Yeah, I'd recommend, like, just go fight Talus. There's a guy that can, like, tell you where they are. Generally, they drop Flint. Why do you need Flint? Okay, I was gonna, like, why do you... I accumulate mass amounts of Flint. I end up just, like, using Flint for, like, charging the Master Cycle 0 99% of the time. Well, I know it counts for the end of the stream. Well, now we can head back to, the Porto Marinata. Check our new, auctions and see if we get anything good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Tears of the Kingdom. I think it's gonna be fun. Also, new recorded series is gonna be coming. Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Gonna be fun. I almost said Kirby Triple Deluxe so many times during that entire series. And yeah, and honestly, just go and fight like Taluses. They will drop them. There is Zeldapedia or Zelda Dungeon, I forget the actual website, has an interactive map where like you can go, okay, show me the locations of all of the, you know, ore deposits, all the Taluses and everything like that, and you can just say, okay, this is just where they are. I don't want a shiny yet for Tadbulb ever again. Yeah, it sucked. Yeah, it freaking sucked, lady. The good thing is, we got it. So, like, we never have to deal with Tadbulb ever again. I mean, we have to deal with Tadbulb when it comes to our shiny Bellybolt, which we're going to be using for the Decidueye counter video. But yeah, I got the plan for the Decidueye counter guide. Already working on that script. Decidueye is going to be out next week. That's good for me. Yeah, 1,300. Yeah. This hunt sucks. Come on, remember, this is 1,300, excluding the 1,272 that the previous shiny Froakie took to get. So we are at over 2,500 eggs so far. I didn't get one. I'm never hunting it. Yeah, I would recommend never hunting it. Shiny Tadbulb sucks. Like, honestly, if you're gonna shiny hunt, I'd recommend like hunting the Bellybolt, because Bellybolt is very visible, and I'm pretty sure that there are Bellybolt outbreaks. So like, if you want a shiny of the Tadbulb family and you don't want to get a shiny, and you're not going for a shiny living dex, I recommend just going for a Bellybolt outbreak, because Bellybolt's a exactly, Foxy. See, you're gonna have to wait for the video on that, Foxy. You're gonna have to wait. Because I release it closer to the actual like video, the actual release of it, because then, you know, it's getting clicked on more. Because people aren't really looking for the Decidueye counters until it's like the thing is out. Advise. I know, yeah, that thing. Yeah, it's that word. I always mix up that word too. Words are hard, and they suck. Words suck, is all I will say about that. Yeah. I'm sorry, I can DM you the ideas. Like, I can DM you the things, Foxy, if you want to know right now. Actually, for you, I'll DM you them. So just send me a DM, I'll just reply, like, what the specifics are for it. Because I'm pretty sure, like, you want to prepare stuff in advance. So yeah, I'll just send that to you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's advice is with a C. Because the other one is, like, advise. And I'm pretty sure advise is with an S. But yeah, I can just, like, DM you the stuff. The details. Yeah, there's a few shinies I was not looking forward to hunting in this game. One of them was the Tadbulb, which we got. One of them was a Root, which we got. One of them was BRAMBLIN, which we got. The ones that remain are Fungus, are, of all things, Shellos. Well, Shellos I'm probably going to be doing by Masuda method. And, the big one is, oh boy. The big one's Wingull. Of all things, it's actually Wingull. Because the difference in shiny Wingull and regular Wingull, there's a little stripe on a Wingull's wing that's blue normally. It's green in the shiny. Not fun. Not fun. Yeah, that's... Because, like, I think the other one just go Pelipper, because Pelipper, like, it's a bit more noticeable, because, like, it's the tips of the wings that are green, and that's a bit bigger. Yeah, I already know Tynamo's gonna be a Masuda hunt. Yeah, Wingull. Yeah, Wingull's shiny barely. You get shiny Wingull, you look at regular Wingull. It's barely a difference. It's just that little, like, green stripe. And because it's actually a very small stripe. So, and the shade is not, like, it's a light blue and it's like a light green. So it isn't like, oh, it goes from a light blue to like a dark green. No, it's a light green. It's very hard to notice. Well, I mean, we noticed Wattrell's shiny. So I guess maybe we will notice it. Maybe we'll notice it. Maybe, that's all I could say. Okay, we got a couple boxes left. But yeah, Shellos, I know I'm hunting Shellos' shiny via Masuda method. I mean, it's not great. It's not a great way. But yeah, this is where I would go probably hunt it, because I know that you can find Wingull over here. I've already had a couple of Wingull outbreaks over here. But yeah, let's go find one. Wiggle it. Wiggle it. Wugtrio. You're gonna be Masuda hunt Palossand. Well, not Palossand, that's Sandygast. Yeah, look at it. It's like, yeah, it's green. Yeah, those stripies are green. You know, it is a little noticeable, but in the shade it's a little more noticeable. When there's a lot of them flying around, because they will fly around in outbreaks. They don't just like stay stationary on the ground. It's a little tricky to spot them. I politely demanded Decidui, but you can address it after the stream. Okay. Yes! Shiny Sandygast is black! Shiny Sandygast is freaking... It's black! It's easy to spot. Yeah, I'm going to be hunting mine by Masuda method, because I want a 0 speed Shiny Sandygast, well, shiny Palossand. It's for the same reason why Shellos is going to be also a Masuda hunt. I want a 0 speed stat on mine. Because I want it for Trick Room purposes. Yeah, I have plans for that. Yeah. That's the reason why I'm not hunting it then. Is like I want to hunt it with Masuda eggs because I want to get a 0 speed stat for competitive reasons. Because you generally would use a Gastrodon in a Trick Room scenario, and you just don't have the ability to reliably do that. No, it's not hard at all. I just want 0 speeds. There's a couple of Pokemon like that, like Garganacl. Garganacl's one. Yeah, Garganacl, Shellos. Shellos is a bit of a tricky one to spot because it doesn't change that much. There's a few of them that are a bit tricky to spot that I will be doing by Masuda. The big one's Tynamo. Tynamo's the big one for that. But yeah, we'll figure that out when we figure it out. We have the rest of the Electros family already done as well. Because we have the shiny for Electros and we have the shiny for Electric. That's on our Scarlet version. So we're good on those. We already have one Arrokuda. Arrokuda is gonna be another matter altogether. Slowbro, I know Slowbro is going to be Masuda, because again, Slowbro and Slowking are very good for Trick Room purposes, so I'm going to be hunting that anyway by Trick Room. Hunting that. Hunting That Anyway by Masuda. I'm gonna need to find a 0-speed Ditto. And then I'll just bring that over and just have that. I already have a shiny Tauros. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna get a shiny of every single form. Because I already have one shiny Poldean Tauros. If I want to get like a shiny of like Blaze and Water, I'll probably like Masuda those. But even then, I'm probably not gonna do a shiny of every single form. Cause like I have the decks. So I have a shiny Tauros and I have a shiny Poldean Tauros. One of the 3 shiny Poldean Tauros, though. I don't think I need to get all of them. So, like, I'm not gonna get shiny East and West Sea Gastrodon and Shellos. I'm just gonna get one of each. I'm just gonna get one of each of the forms. One of each of the stages, I should say. More Gen 2 Mons and Poco. Good gosh, that generation was a pain. Weren't there a lot of them that were like regionals? Like regional exclusives? Because I remember a lot of Pokemon in Johto. They're either they're solo forms or they're baby evolutions. The solo forms, they're baby evolutions, or they're like evolved forms of other things. And a lot of the solo ones were regionals. So like, you know, region exclusives, like Heracross was one. Heracross was a region exclusive. Corsola was one. And then getting like the freaking Hitmontop is annoying. I've completed my decks besides the Violet exclusives. That has been. Do you have Discord, Matthew? Because this is my Violet game. I might be able to help you get a couple of the exclusives. Autocorrect sucks. Gen 2 only 2. Really? I thought that there were a bunch of regionals. Huh, I guess I'm wrong. I guess I was wrong. Huh. It's been a while since I've played Go. Yeah, if you join the Discord, you can just send me a DM. And we could help like arrange something after the stream. I'm not sure how long we're actually going to be streaming for. Because like we accomplished our goal of the BRAMBLIN, the BRAMBLIN and the BRAMBLEGAST. So that's good. But yeah, we're doing pretty good today. We're doing very, very well today. I think... hey, thank you, Ash. Also, one of the mods... Actually, I can just do, explain what Ash. There we go. Also, tomorrow is going to be our designated Breath of the Wild day. So that's going to be fun. You know, you guys are going to love that. You know, it is Breath of the Wild night. Breath of the Wild Wednesdays, as always. Yeah, Meowth is one that I'm also fairly certain I'm going to have to do by Masuda eggs. Because it's just so hard to notice. Wait, wrong one. There's 3 yes. Yes, that's probably what I was thinking of. Generation 3. Yeah, maybe it was Generation 3 I was thinking of. Yeah, because Generation 2 has a lot of, like, Pokemon that are in eggs. You know, like, you have, like, all the babies. You have all the babies. You have, you know, legendaries. By percentage, its dex is a bit more... Also, Unknown. That's another one. Like, Unknown's, like, only at special events. So yeah, there's just a lot of them that are not the easiest ones to get your hands on. Swallow and Gulpin. Oh, Gulpin and... Swallow isn't in the game. Gulpin... Swalot! That's what it is. Yeah, Swalot, not Gulpin. Swalot, not Swallow. Ugh. Unknown, I finished that. Just worked on the shiny part. Oh, okay, so you got it. Yeah, no. Okay, fair point. Yeah, Swalot. Yeah, auto wrong strikes again. Revenge of the auto incorrect. The other thing is, I don't need to worry about shiny Salazzle hunting in this game. I've already auto shiny Salazzle. I got that back in my Scarlet. Not Scarlet. I got that back in Shield version when I was doing Dynamax Adventures for my shiny Kartana. I also just realized something. I'm gonna need to shiny hunt a little thing called Poipole and type Null twice. I just realized that. I think I've made a great many mistakes with this Shiny Living Dex thing. Because Poipole Shiny Hunt's going to break me. I mean, I'm betting Poipole already did break me. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll go through the rest of this box. They're not fun shiny hunts, lady. Stop patronizing me. They are not fun shiny hunts. They are nightmare-inducing torture fests. No, because the thing is you can't get Manaphy unless you pretty much have Pokemon Ranger. And the only way to do the Manaphy one is that you reset the game every single time. I'm not doing Mythicals for the Shiny Living Dex. The reason being, Mythicals are very, very conditional. A lot of the Mythicals you need e-reader cards for. Or, you need something like what the Manaphy is back in, Sinnoh. You need to get Manaphy via the Pokemon Ranger, and then send it to you. Oh, sorry, okay. Oh, no, Pixel was the one that said that, yeah. You know, the way you get Manaphy and the way you get Manaphy is that you have to reset for them. Also, I can't even hunt Darkrai, because I smooth-brained and didn't get my member card via a Wi-Fi connection until... I didn't realize that the member card, was expired until... the member card event expired until after it was expired. So I couldn't get the Darkrai. But yeah, Mythicals are possible hunts. The Mythicals I can get, I will hunt. But if the Mythical is like Manaphy, and hunting it requires... resetting multiple games. I don't really... the Mew... I mean, I have shiny Celebi and Go, but I don't count Go shinies. I mean, the other thing is, I'm probably not gonna hunt the Mythicals, all of them, because I can't use them in VGC. If I can't use my shinies in competitive, what's the point? Yeah, I also have the shiny Celebi. Yeah, I don't have... Yeah, if you can't shiny hunt them in the main games, normally, under normal conditions, I don't think it's worth hunting them. Because, I know for Jirachi, you need something very, very specific for it. You need, the event Jirachi Wishmaker thing, Coliseum. And that's it. There's a few things you need for it, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna go for the Mythicals unless I already have the event for them. Go Raikou and 10 Dynamax Adventures in Sword. Well, some of us are lucky like that, Ash. Some of us aren't lucky. We have over 500 Dynamax Adventures on stupid Ho-Oh. I still want to strangle that bird. But yeah, we'll round out the end of the hunt today. I'm not moving shiny Celebi, Mew, or Jirachi from Go. Oh yeah, I think I have the shiny Mew in Go. Yeah, I honestly probably would move mine, because, like, I don't play Go anymore. The funny thing is, I have 3 shiny Raikou in Go. 2 of them are perfects, by the way. 2 of them are shiny 100 IV Raikou. So, yeah. The funny thing is, I remember saying, you know, oh yeah, like, why would I ever get Raikou? Like, Zekrom is coming, then the Zekrom's coming, it's going to be better in just pure stats. What's the point in, like, building a Raikou at this point? And then, you know, OG Raptor's like, no, I'm not going to build him. Like, I'm not going to spend... No, because Zekrom exists. We know Zekrom has a better moveset. I'm not going to waste rare candy on an inferiority vanity project. Yes, I have multiple Shundos. I have, Shiny Lucky Perfect Latios as well. I'm sorry. Hey, okay. That is, again, remember the ho-oh. Again, whatever it is, I can always say, yeah, but ho-oh. But ho-oh. But ho-oh, yeah. The thing is, I honestly think the reason why I got that was, like, I just mad shit-talked. Like, no, this would be 30 at this point. Like, I mad shit-talked Raikou. Because, like, we know Zekrom is going to be better than it. The reason why we know it's going to be better than it is because it will sell passes. Niantic makes its money by selling raid passes. So they would make a better Electric-type legendary attacker every time it's possible. And they did. And I was proven right. But, like, I honestly think it was like, no, you're going to build... Like, no, I'm not going to build it. Like, no, I'm not gonna build the Raikou because I don't see the point in doing it. I know Zekrom is coming. And the best part is that I never actually built a Zekrom because I just basically stopped playing because by the time Zekrom came out, I was already, like, not playing as much because it was, like, COVID lockdown. So I was like, well, why? I don't need to build one now because it's, like, I just don't play as much anymore. Which is kind of hilarious. Like, no. I just don't. I just don't need to play anymore. It's just very amusing, the whole, like, situation that kind of happened with it. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, the things like, in the end, I was right. That, like, yes, they did make Zekrom better. Because, like, this was my underlying logic. They made, like, the Generation 4 legendaries, they didn't make them better than the pre-existing Rayquaza. You know, for dragons. And a lot of the other legendaries just were not better than pre-existing legendary Pokemon. So, they probably noticed a huge drop in Raid Pass sales when people saw these legendaries aren't that much better, then I got 13, no legendary. Yeah, they likely noticed a raid pass decline in sales when they saw that when people saw the legendaries were not better than, like, pre-existing Pokemon for battling. So people did one raid, got the shiny, like did one raid, got it for the Dex entry, and then just, like, did other stuff. You know, because, like, there was no real, like, huge pressing need for candies. And then they probably realized, oh, wait, people aren't going for these things because they're not good. Or not as good. And then they, like, jacked up the Generation 5 ones and made them amazing. It's like, yeah, people are going for them now. Why? Because they're good. Like, people went for Dialga because it was good against Dragon Legendaries. Like, it was good against Dragon types. Because, you know, for Dragons, using Rayquaza and Rayquaza is weak to Dragon, so, like, it kind of dies a lot. But Dialga, like, can survive very, very well. So it was like, that was, like, probably the only one. Oh, nice! Shiny Bagon. We still need one more Shiny Bagon. We still need one more shiny Bagon. For our shiny living dex. I haven't decided when we're going to go hunt that one. Because we also do still need another shiny Gibble. And I'm probably going to go hunt both of them simultaneously in, like, the cave. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is one of these days, I'm going to go make a picnic there, do some ground sandwiches, and do some dragon sandwiches. Try and get the last Gibble. Try and get the last Salamence. And then try and get the last Diglett. Try and get the Diglett. But the Diglett is going to be in... Wait! Frickin' Coal! Frickin' shiny Coal! Look at that, Sparkles. Look at that Coal. That's a functional 100. That's close enough. Look at that blue Coal. Is that not pretty? Again, I was wondering when it was going to happen. I didn't want to say it out loud because the game's going to jinx it. You know the detail. You know the deal, Foxy. You know the detail. You know the deal. Get the ball. Here's a kind of max luxury ball. Catch. Let's go. And that is Sparkles. Actually, this gets ticked up now to... Oh, no, that's not. This gets ticked up to 35. Are you marked? Doesn't mark. Timid by nature. Nice. Carcoco. No good defense. You go there. 3 shinies in one day. Delightful. But we still can't get the frog. We still can't get the stupid frog. And the best part is like, right before we were probably going to be ending off. Because I was going to end off after we finished this box. And boom. If only we could get the shiny Froakie here, we finished the Grass, Fire, Water core today. I love the Grass, Fire, Water core balance. And shiny Roly-Coly does stick out pretty heavily. I like it. Dr. Legs. For those who don't know, consult the previous stream about the origin of Dr. Legs. Yeah, Makuhita. We're probably going to be doing a Makuhita hunt at some point, because we still need a Makuhita. We already have a shiny Hariyama. We need a Makuhita. The frog did everything. Actually, the funny thing is, the frog didn't do anything. That's the problem. It isn't sparkling. And it's showing the wireframe of the ground. That's not good. Yeah, we're gonna need to hunt Makuhita around here. Yeah, future days hunting around here is gonna be not terrible. We have shiny... We have the entire shiny Fuecoco family. We have not started working on the other shinies yet. The reason why is when home comes out, then we're going to delete all those. We're going to start working on them so we can delete eggs much faster. That's been one of the big issues when it comes to like just shiny hunting in general with Masuda eggs, is releasing the Pokemon does take a bit of a long time. And when home comes out, I'll be able to easily avoid that by just mass releasing in home. And not do it on stream. Or, you know, off stream where it takes a couple of, where it takes like, you know, probably half an hour. Just like release a couple of boxes. Well, not half an hour. It's like, I think it's like a minute per each like line of Pokemon. We don't know. The only information they have told us about when home compatibility is coming is that it's going to be in early spring of 2023, which I mean, like, at least to me, because, like, I go by, like, technical definitions, is sometime relatively soon after March 21st, because March 21st is the first day of spring. It could be March 21st is when we get it. It could be that. But I think any time between, like, March 21st and then possibly, you know, like, mid-April is when it'll happen. Because I remember when they released home compatibility for Sword and Shield. That was, like, very much, like, right after March. Like, they made it pretty much, like, March 20th, 21st. They pretty much did, like, the first day. But that is all for today. We have acquired numerous shinies. I'm gonna save, just in case we don't lose them. And we have made significant gains in progress for our living shiny decks. We've also trimmed down our number of Froakie eggs quite substantially. So, let's go find someone to go raid. Open up the control room. But yeah, we don't know when home compatibility is coming yet. If you haven't done so, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. It means a great deal. It helps support the channel. The Decidueye counter video is going to be coming soon. And we need to go find someone to go raid. He's doing Unite. He's also doing Unite. Bummed Artist, Sleep Block, Burno. How long has Burno been doing this? Okay, Burno's been left for 8. Oh man. Oh, sleep blocks, those are pain. Oh, Veluza fish. Someone's hunting the Veluza fish. Honestly, someone is hunting the Veluza fish. I say they need some more support. We're gonna go raid Shiny Hunter SJ because he is hunting the terror known as Veluza fish, the torpedo fish of doom. I'll see you guys next time. Let's rock and roll. See you guys next time. Don't forget to check out our recorded stuff. I know you'll love it. Personally proud of Metroid Samus Returns. It's very, very entertaining. Hope you check it out. Hope you love it. You gotta see Drunken Max's fight stuff.